Okay. We'll look forward to hearing from him from 8:30 this morning.
Now, Steve Mills, you should ask, this is the important question
That all the media want answered?
That all media in Western Australia, around Australia, need to hear from the coach of the Fremantle Dockers.
Let's not muck around, let's go straight to him. First of all, we'll say good morning to Mark Harvey, coach of the Fremantle Dockers. Morning, Mark.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Now, the question that we want answered, what was Michael Bolton like?
I was going to ask you blokes that question because I certainly wasn't there. No, I'm waiting for Cat Stevens to come.
There's reports you were around, eh? Not true.
Come on, Harvey.
No, it's not true. No.
What about
not at all.
Patricia? You weren't there either. It's been a difficult week. I mean, Michael Johnson, I don't know him personally. Everyone that talks about Michael Johnson says that he's a fine, upstanding man. I mean, obviously it's a disappointing time for the club, but you've got to move on, all the cliches. But from a coaching point of view, has it been a distraction this week?
No, I think we've had sort of one meeting about how to deal with it, and basically that's been it. The rest of it has been handled by management above, Chris Bond and Steve Rossick. So the players have pretty much been kept away, and I said to the players last night, it's about how we handle it, but more importantly about how we handle it on Saturday, and that'll be the memory of what we hopefully can do and move on from it. So
Michael, for those that aren't across it, he was basically stood down for 6 weeks. Would he come straight back into the team, or would he have to earn his colours again, Mark?
That would depend on a number of things. A, how the team was going, B, how Michael would come back from it, and see whether he was actually fit enough to on the back of not playing for that period of time.
We often say about the role of a coach is far more than a football coach. It's about moulding young men and, hopefully putting them forward into the future. Do you feel kind of let down?
More disappointed. So sometimes you never really can understand what some players can go through and how they can sometimes be misled about life. So look, Michael's a fantastic guy and very much a pleasure for me to coach and to coach in the future as well. So look, everyone sort of makes mistakes, and it's what you learn from that that's the important thing.
All right. So has he spoke to the player group yet? Just finally, then we'll move on.
Oh no, just about how we handled the game on Saturday. More importantly, and to not to worry too much about this. It's been basically finalised, and now we all have to move on.
So he has spoken to the playing group as a whole?
No, he hasn't. No.
That will happen next week?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay. Whether they say in Sydney for what is a great game, I mean, it was a great game last weekend. You would have been a little bit disappointed you didn't get the biscuits, but we move on and we look at Sydney, and Sydney have got their backs up against the wall. They say on a weather forecast that it could be pretty wet over there. Are you prepared for that?
Yeah, it has been raining. I think they had 60 mil of rain 2 days ago. The forecast over the next couple of days is okay, so we'd be probably thinking that the ground would be okay. They have got that cricket pitch, which can make it a little bit sticky at times. So, look, we're keeping an eye on it. We're taking 24 players. There's a waffle bye this weekend, so we're just going to have a look at a few things when we're over there.
Let's look at the outs. Broughton, Johnson, McFarlane, and possible Mr. Reliable. I think Mundy's played about 116 in a row, has
Mundy's fine, he'll play.
He'll definitely play.
Yeah, he will, yep.
He looked a bit proppy.
Yeah, it was actually just a direct knock on his knee, and he had some severe bruising on his knee, and that was causing the initial pain, but he's certainly come up well and trained last night.
Okay, I was surprised that Bradley didn't get a game last week. I really liked his game in the Derby.
Well, he's a guy that'll play this weekend, so it's sometimes we just need to, as I said, get that right balance for who we play against. And as you saw on Friday night, Collins are a very hard running side. It was a little bit unfortunate. We got a couple of injuries early in the game, which probably put a lot more pressure on the guys to stay there for longer periods. But we live another day.
What about Sydney, mate? They get him at probably not the time you want to get him because they are against the wall. You'd expect them to come out firing, and obviously they're going to use what's happened to your club. Can you reassure your supporters that you're focused?
Oh, we're focused, okay, there's no question. We've got to build upon what we've done. It's been very exciting in the first 8 rounds, and it's about how we can keep building and forging towards that no matter what happens throughout the course of the year. I mean, injuries is a part of it. etc., etc. So, Sydney, Brett Kirk's come out and announced that he's going to retire at the end of the year, so there's a little bit of emotion there for them. They probably haven't got a recognised ruckman in their side at the moment, so hopefully we can exploit that situation.
Geez, I tell you what, Sandy's in great form.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. He's been man for what he's done. He's just giving us a clear direction about what we do around stoppages, and then on top of that, he's doing a lot more around the ground from a marking aspect and kicking the odd goal or two.
Well, I'm getting behind you this week. I reckon you'll destroy Sydney. I think you were competitive last week, but you've got a way to go to win a flag. But you no doubt would have regrouped after the loss to Collingwood. And this is a real good test for the club, I reckon, how they come through it.
Well, it is. And particularly in Sydney, because it basically becomes a hugely contested game, and a lot of players around stoppages, and it'd be stoppage after stoppage, and it'd be interesting to see how our guys physically handle that sort of game, and we've been training for it all week.
And Harvs, if you win, no going up the cross.
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
All right, mate. Have a good week. Hope it's a better week for you.
How'd you get Cat Stevens tickets? They sold out very quickly.
Sometimes you just got to know the little back street.
Michael Bolton. Don't talk back streets this week, mate. Not a good choice of words. Have a good week, Cobber.
Okay, see you guys.
Mark
Bye.
Harvey there, coach of the Fremantle Dockers. We appreciate him coming on, seriously.
Yeah.
It has not been an easy week for Mark Harvey, and he fulfilled his obligation, which we appreciate here at 882 6PR.